Hey y'all, it's that time of the week. It is time for Coffee with the
with the
K's. We're going to let you know what we did this week, what we're doing next week, how things are going, and so stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome to Coffee with the K's. And yeah, it's been a weird week to say the least.
Yeah.
We did get some stuff done, but it's really weird or I find it weird, that we're usually a couple of days behind like the East Coast on weather. So Tuesday, was it Tuesday or was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday.
Well, yeah.
So Wednesday, we got, we were expecting, it was in the forecast, we were expected to get snow, freezing rain and all that. It ended up not showing up till later in the day on Wednesday, but we did get significant snow Wednesday and and Thursday we had a bunch of snow. So it turned this into a winter wonderland, to say the least. And it ended up,
2 days snow day.
2 snow days, people really not moving around, and it shut the region down for the most part. A lot of people didn't go to work and stuff like that. So we got tons of snow. That meant I had to be out plowing with the quad and doing a bunch of salting and all that. I went through probably 50 or 60 pounds of salt because we have a very long sidewalk on the front.
And a very big driveway.
So we try not to salt the driveway that much because it interferes with the doggies' feet. So we make sure that we only put it more on the actual exit of the driveway. And then any salt that ends up on the driveway is just what we kind of drag in. So that was the start of the week. Monday I did a little bit of firewood. Tuesday a little bit of firewood. Wednesday
we pitched it all in on Wednesday because we were really worried about it.
Wednesday early we threw all the firewood into the barn. So all of this year's take from the forest, or I should say last year's take from the forest, is in the barn.
Yep.
And
it's a big old mountain.
Now I just have to put it on the whipsaw, cut it in half, and stack it up. We're going through a lot of firewood too because it's been
-11
Celsius. So for you Fahrenheit folks, it's been about 12 degrees. Yeah. So chilly.
Yeah.
And while normally the house does really well, because the walls are really thick, it does really well when it's a day or two of cold and then warm again. It's been cold enough, long enough that you can actually feel the cold coming off the walls now.
Yeah.
And, our house isn't that well insulated, but it has thermal mass. And that's the problem is now it's cold and it's going to take a little while to get the walls warmed up. So anyway, we worked on the renovation a little bit. We got the copper cut and removed. For the most part, there's still a couple of runs in the basement that need to come out, but it's not really part of the renovation at this point. It's going to be part of cleaning up the old boiler room. So that pipe can stay for now. It's not in the way, and we can get all the new pipes strung. If you watch the renovation video, yesterday's post, you'll see where I cut and capped all the heating and the water supply lines, and then got the lines out of the way. We're going to continue cutting the floor in through the bathroom. It's going to be tricky because I got to try to avoid the cold water line that's on the floor at the present moment. But it's stuff that's got to get done because we are coming into a warm spell.
Yeah.
And now that we're coming into a warm spell, I want to be ready to get this pipe done. So that's been slowing us down because we can't open up the front of the street because not only is our sewer line out there, but the water supply line's out there. And
Well, now the ground's frozen, so you can't.
we need a day or
almost
two for it to thaw, and then we can do digging out front. But so anyway, that's where we went last week. This week, like I was just saying, we're gonna probably look at trying to get some of the bathroom floor cut and grooved and some wall grooving done because we have to run pipes down some areas in the wall. And we got to run wire down some areas of the wall. So I bought a fancy saw. Well, I won't say fancy. I bought a saw to get the job done. I'll show you that in the post. And
we're far enough in the laundry room that I think this week I'll start cleaning the walls up, prepping them out.
Yeah.
We've got to decide where we want outlets, and we'll get that marked out so that we can get that wall grooved, get that stuff put in, and then when the floor is done, we can start doing the stucco on the walls after the floor foundation is poured.
Yep. So we've been doing side work as well, more her than me, of getting the office squared away. Our office, we set it up when we initially moved in. We did, we work out of there every once in a while, but because of the convenience of just being able to sit here where we're sitting now and do editing and do some stuff, what it does is it creates a paperwork nightmare because my paperwork ends up stacked up. It's not filed. It's not, and some of this paperwork is pretty important. But she's doing a little bit where she moved the desks into a better position. And now we're actually going through the paperwork and through the stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So we're getting through that.
And the bad thing is, aside from being OCD, we're also military, both prior military. So we've been trained to keep all your paperwork. So we've literally got paperwork from the early 2000s.
Yep.
That we don't need it anymore, but you got to shred it. So then you got to sit there and shred everything. And yeah,
but we'll get there. We'll get there. It's going to take another week or two before the office is totally squared away. We hung up some shelves and stuff
that helped a lot.
Stuff that we put off when we moved in. But now we're finally kind of squaring away. We are going to, I don't know if we're going to get in the field to remove the trees because the field is going to be soft, especially with a freeze-thaw cycle.
Yeah.
So
and all the melted snow.
We might remove the trees. We might not. It might be something that we're going to have to wait until the summer drought time that we normally have. It all depends on rainfall and such. But we do have to get out there and get the rest of those rotten trees out. And in that, well, hopefully we can turn some of it into firewood so it's not a total waste. And, then I got to cut the rest of the firewood in the barn.
There's some small work. Like we got to take that plum grove out.
Chicken coops got to go.
Chicken coops got to go. And all that needs to go before planting season.
Yep.
So that I got my garden back. I also want to create a herb garden out of stones or blocks or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to make it with. And that'll go where the old chicken coop's sitting at the end of the garden. Plus we have dirt from another property that we have to move into the garden area. So we got to have it cleaned and cleared out.
Yep.
To get that dirt put there.
But that's part of what we'll be doing in this week. We got some earth moving to do and some stuff like that. So it'll be a little bit of a busy week. Hopefully we can get some footage of that going on.
Yeah, it'll probably be a hodgepodge footage for Friday because we'll have so many different projects.
We're going to go in 10 different directions at once.
Yeah.
And it's the problem of our OCD ADHD.
Weather permitting,
we're going to bounce project to project. So it'll be a hodgepodge this week coming up.
It should be interesting.
But on to YouTube business. We are at 278 subscribers. We're adding them slow, but we're going up. We're at 25,000.2-ish thousand views.
And 1,000.
We have 1.4 thousand hours of watch time. We did screw the analytics up by not posting on the holidays, I believe.
I think so too.
We're not being pushed out there as much.
We got some maybe this week. I tried my hand at making fresh mozzarella. I went and got fresh raw milk from a local farmer, and the first try was actually pretty good. We've learned we need to put some more salt in it, or salt in it. So I'll probably attempt to edit that and get that out to y'all sometime during the week. You know,
yeah, and the good thing is, even though it is raw milk, because of the temperature that it has to be cooked at, it does kind of pasteurize, so we don't have to worry about, you know, any stuff in the milk. While some people say that you know, you have to pasteurize milk, others say you don't have to pasteurize milk. Either way, the milk's kind of getting pasteurized because you do have to cook it and stuff like that.
For
and
cheese
you end up
making,
with,
you have to heat
with
it
the
up.
curd in the way and everything like that. And I think it's like 170 degrees. So, yeah, that is kind of warm. So, but anyway, that aside, we will be busy. We're going to try to knock it out. We hope you're enjoying the content. Please let us know. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. We are going to keep this one short. We are going in 10 different directions, even though it is Sunday. We are still a little bit busy inside the house, getting things squared away, getting ready for the new week. But
well, and I spent the whole morning on the airbase. We are putting the raised beds out into the garden area. So we shot, all the volunteers showed up this morning at 10 and worked most of the afternoon to get them out there. So even though it's Sunday in Germany and you're not supposed to work, the airbase don't care.
Yep.
So
hopefully the audio is good.
Yes.
We did go with new microphones. We finally got them. So if you watched yesterday's video, half of it is with the mics, half of it is without, because we got the mics partway through the week.
Yep.
So the footage for the renovation work that we posted yesterday has both in there, and you can definitely hear a sound quality difference. So hopefully you can hear us a little better, and we're not like spiking in and out and everything.
So far we like these.
We'll review the microphones a little bit, maybe on a Sunday. We'll add it into the content. But
do keep in mind, these ones they're not sponsored. We paid for these.
Yep.
And they were pricey.
They were pricey. But like I said, we were going to keep this short. We did start down a rabbit hole again. We want to thank you and thank everybody. We love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, like I said earlier, please subscribe. But if you're thinking about friends, you're thinking about family, give them a WhatsApp or a WhatsApp. You know you'd like to hear from some of your friends too. And until the next one, auf Wiedersehen.
Cheers.
Yep. Hey y'all, it's Mikey from Moran. Oh, I don't need to say that. Hey y'all.